might be the longest fight in the game.
Okay, when you are ready, please introduce yourself, introduce the run, give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and we'll get started.
Okay, certainly. So the timer will start. I will click new game and then skip a cutscene, and then I will do the countdown. That's how it works. But hello, everyone. I am ColonelFats69 from the United States, here to do Lies of P, any percent glitchless. Currently second place in the category, and the first place is on my virtual couch. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yo, thank you for that. I'm Trator. Also run this game. I guess that's it, really.
Current record holder in the category.
As
um,
usual, as usual. What can I say? Suffering from successor.
Hmm. Well, what's funny is if the incentive is met for all ergo bosses, I have that world record. So,
That is true. Yeah, that is.
so we both have record in this. But yeah, let's just get it started. I will click new game, and then we're gonna go through a cutscene, and then I'll do a countdown, and the run will start. Let's get to it. And I will say the final optional boss for all ergo bosses is really cool, so you might want to donate for it.
You want me to explain the train for you?
Yeah, let me do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Hey,
Right.
yeah.
So he, you're forced to walk on this like. I think it's like literally the only part of the run where you actually have like a forced walking section, but we kind of like skip that by doing attacking with the glaive, which is gonna be the weapon of choice for the whole speed run.
It's so
Like in the
nice.
past, yeah, in the past used to be the wrench, but
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Then the devs for this game they made a collab with the Wolong game, and they literally gave us the best weapon in the game right at the start in your inventory. So
It's so nice because, like, you'd think, oh, a free DLC weapon, they'll put like a boss or you have to go pick it up. No, they just stick it right in your inventory so you get that. Because we used
yeah,
to
for
just punch 5 times in the train and then we just had to walk. There was nothing else you could do. The restarting runs was quite upsetting. But here's basically the tutorial section, and unlike I used to speedrun Dark Souls 3 before this, and unlike that game, the enemies are very easy to just run right past for the most part.
yeah, you have like maybe like 2, 3 sections where you're afraid of dying on the
Yeah,
running section for the most part. Usually you
the
die
end
to
game.
like yeah, missing a skip or like yeah.
Missing
This
one
is just a
parry.
scripted fight. Nothing like not much to it.
We're gonna punch him 4 times and do a charge heavy, and then take the riposte. So unlike a lot of games, the riposte mechanic is really interesting because eventually you'll see the enemies will glow white, and then if you hit them with a charged heavy attack while they're glowing white, they will then get knocked to the riposte. So other games, it's kind of like they get knocked. So I don't know, different. And just like that, the first mini boss down.
Yeah, this game is like I don't know. Like when you first start playing it, you're like, oh, this feels just like a Souls game, and then the more you play it, the more you realize they
It,
actually yeah, I feel like they innovated a lot. Like they like got a lot of inspiration from like FromSoft, but there's a lot of like cool like additions. I feel like it's not just like straight up like
it's not like a clone.
yeah.
It's definitely its own thing. I think a lot of people, from what I say, it's like a cross between Sekiro and Bloodborne. And I've never played Bloodborne, so I can't really say. But it definitely has Sekiro elements because you can like time your block and it will perfect block. So it's like somewhat of a parry.
Yeah, it feels more like Souls and Sekiro. I feel like I
Sekiro's
feel
way
Bloodborne is
faster.
more like yeah.
So yeah, we're
Maybe
just.
the style a little bit, but
I do love the like dark aesthetic. If you guys
yeah.
didn't notice,
Not
this is
gonna do
basically
the first
Pinocchio
version.
Souls. So we're going to do some menuing. buy up this guy's inventory, because we'll need it later. And then we're gonna get to the first boss. So this boss is pretty scripted in our strategy. It just which move he gives us is the move we parry.
Yeah, again, scripted fight, which actually doesn't work every time. It works, I would say.
No, I'm just like wait for the
99%
marathon
of the
magic
time.
where I over damage him here. No,
Yeah.
we're good. We're good.
'Cause, this game has damage rolls, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
it's like
there are times
Pokemon.
when there are times when you actually over damage him and you send him to the second phase too early. Obviously here it wouldn't really be a problem, but on a
Yeah, you
run
just
there's just so much
restart.
time left. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really frustrating when he does that. I
Which
just
is even
assume.
annoying because usually you're like doing more damage should be good, right? On a fight, but nah, here it's actually bad.
Right. So I'm gonna go up to the hotel section and just kind of go through some dialogue and skip some scenes. While that's happening, would you like to describe how the glaive works?
Alright, so the way the glaive works, the weapon we use in the speedrun is because on this game there are the magic is called use the fable bars, and the glaive has every weapon has two type of fable magic. So the glaive has the single fable, which is basically you parry with the weapon, and the follow up attack will do more damage. So if you do a parry with the fable and you do a light attack, you do more damage, and if you do a heavy attack, you do even more damage. But then you spend the fable, and you have the triple spin, which is
Insane.
it spends like three fables, but it not only does a lot of damage, but it allows us to do certain skips later on the game, which saves a lot of time.
Yeah,
Which also
it's
makes this
great.
weapon so convenient because not only is the weapon that does the most damage, but you can also do skips with it. So
Another cool fact about so this is like the hub Firelink Shrine kind of area, Hotel Krat, and if we there's like a training area where you can test out your weapons, and if you walk into that area, it fills your fable full, and then when you leave, it doesn't take it away. So we abuse that quite a bit throughout the run.
yep, yeah, basically every hotel trip, you're like, oh, let me go get some fable, because why not?
Just
It's
gotta
right
stop
there.
over free. Yeah, the run is very exact, so if anything does go terribly wrong, I do have backup saves. It's just the unfortunate reality of this game is it's just not very forgiving if you mess up. Because a lot of the times it's like we have one electric abrasive and it's our whole strategy on the boss. And then we'll lose to the boss and all of a sudden we don't have that and then it's like, oh, what do we do? We just load a save. That
Yeah,
is
the
how
the runs the runs on a point where you just absolutely like if you're doing actual attempts, you absolutely cannot die anywhere or have like a really bad fight, But
yeah. That's where the fun of RNG. At least in the marathon, bad RNG doesn't mean it's over, but if we're going for world record attempts, bad RNG equals +7 time loss. Horrible. I hate you. But this game is super fun, and man, before the glaive was rough times. we Tritor mentioned it earlier, but you get we would use the wrench and combine it with a certain handle and just do one giant mega slam to damage the
yeah, it was
bosses and
basically
it was so
waiting for an
inconsistent.
opportunity to do one big bomb. I hated the rent so much I retired from the game.
I just
Why
really
not?
wanted to get a
I
deathless run
hate
with
it.
it and I just couldn't. I think I died to like Manus on my best run. I was like, no. Here comes
Oh
a
my
cool,
god.
definitely not glitch trick coming up. We agreed in this Discord that it is not out of bounds. There's
Yeah,
definitely
I don't know
a
how
thing
this
here.
is glitchless because it literally go out of bounds, man.
Oh my god, I actually did
Nice,
it.
you
Let's
got it.
go. That skips about like 18 to 20 seconds. Just kind of
But to
skip
be
the
fair,
whole.
I feel like this is like the only thing that I don't consider actual
I
glitchless.
just
It's
think
not
it's
a big
early
deal.
enough that it's not the worst thing in the world. If it was like 10 minutes further into the run, I'd be like, I don't know. But this is Mad Donkey. We're basically going to parry into heavy him a lot and hope he is nice. Gives us nice attacks.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good start. That's a good second. Sometimes he'll get knocked there. Sometimes he won't. It's really random. At least my strat. I know you do something a little different. Honestly, not a bad Donkey.
Yeah, I do a strat that's slightly slower, but I feel like I save time on Murphy later, so.
Yeah, so there's a boss coming up immediately after this, and we were actually discussing this before the run. We think it's like the longest boss fight in the run. The main thing is he's one of the early bosses. The only element we have is electricity, and he's immune to it. So we just fight in base, and we haven't upgraded our weapon, and it's just a really long fight.
Yeah, it's just like any Souls games, like using elemental damage is just so OP, right? And then it's the same on this game. And since we don't have it on this game, on this boss, it makes it pretty slow.
It would be so nice if we could set our glaive on fire for this guy. Be really nice. So we actually just picked up an amulet out of that chest. It just, when I equip it, I do more damage to puppets, which a majority of the first half of the run's bosses are puppets.
Yeah.
More damage. So this is just a long fight.
I also find this.
Yeah,
I also find this fight one of the most fun fights because I would say it's one of the least scripted. You just gotta know the fight, really.
He's one of those, you kind of just gotta... Oh, this is gonna knock him off. You just gotta know how to punish all of his stuff. Alright, I'm gonna take a safety heal here just while he's down. Because I don't feel like going down to him. So that's first phase. A lot of people, whenever they see the run for the first time, they're like, I didn't know you could parry that. And it's like, yep. You can parry his stage transition. You can parry a lot of things in this game.
You can parry everything except grabs, but that's not even completely.
But grabs,
true,
sort of. It depends on the grab.
Yeah, and just so weird to me. Oh, that was a great fight.
That was actually, yeah, not too bad. All right. That was Murphy. And you might be thinking, that was the longest boss. Yep. So if you didn't notice, when I was opening the door after Donkey, I actually had to repair my weapon. They have that feature in this game. Because my weapon would break before we defeat him. Alright, so now we're going to level up to 20. Technique is like the dexterity in this game. They just changed the names. We're going to buy 1 Fable Catalyst and a Quartz. And then we're going to go upgrade our heart. Another cool thing about the game is there's so many ways to upgrade. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say quartz are used to upgrade the P organ, which are like extra abilities you can have on this game.
Just don't
They're actually
because I've gotten good at it. I've actually like thought about it. I'm like, what do I even grab there? It's increase fatal attack damage, which is the repose. Increase ergo from enemies, and what's the other one?
It's increase fable damage.
Oh, that's right. You're like basically our main source of damage.
No,
Nice,
don't worry.
Andy.
I've actually someone asked me what are the things I grab on the second time we upgrade the quartz, and like I'm not completely sure. I just do it.
The first one is like perfect block fable gain. The second one is like
yes, dash.
The dash, yeah,
extra consumable and the fable catalyst, right? Like giving more.
Yeah.
Now we get to the factory.
Yes, I think
looking for Vanini.
Yeah, I think a fan favorite NPC to some people for sure.
Most, right?
He's awesome. I mean, I'm a huge Gemini fan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Shatar hates Gemini. Gemini is our little like Navi from Zelda. Who's
We're gonna
talking
get into this huge argument here, ruining the marathon.
during the after the run. We're not even friends anymore. Oh. Oh, do you want to try and explain the healing boost off a ledge that I still don't think we've named yet?
Well, you just did, sir. Congratulations. World's first technique
Naming.
naming during a marathon. Congratulations, sir. You're making history.
Oh, I'm amazing.
Basically, on this game, actually, I don't know if you remember, but in the past, I think maybe a runner called Mitch started. He would like do a light attack with the
Oh, with the rapier. Yeah, that's right.
rapier, the fall of ledges, and some people thought it was faster, some people didn't. But we used to either just fall flat, which you completely lose your momentum, or roll, which costs a lot of stamina. But now,
Yeah.
yeah, a runner called Blade, he found if you try to heal mid-air, for some reason the game like gives you a little boost, which is really good because you actually get a lot of stamina back out of that, and it's faster.
Yeah,
so-
it starts filling your stamina back is the big thing. And there was one
Yeah.
point where I actually skipped like dropping onto a ledge to then drop further down. You can actually skip the first ledge and get past it. It's a neat trick. What was funny was I found out that you could get the same effect. I knew this before the heal trick. You could get the same effect by simply if you
Being out of
not
stamina
simply if you
right-
perfectly run out of stamina when you run off a ledge, it'll like you'll like moonwalk or airwalk for a little bit. It's really funny.
Yeah, which is a very annoying way to do it, let's be honest.
No, but I was really upset because I had that line perfect, and I was like, "This is exactly when I stop running." And then,
Yeah, but
and then you're like, "But what if you just heal off the ledge?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What? You could do that?" Oh, I did notice I didn't have my amulet equipped. So this is
Whoa,
Fireman.
that
He
would
is
be
also a
really bad.
puppet. Oh yeah, if you want to go with a quick story, it's based on the novels of Pinocchio, but it's like Dark Souls, and all of the puppets have gone mad and are killing everyone. And we're just listening to our dad.
So this is
He's telling us to
Woko,
save the
which
day.
is one of the worst bosses when you're actually trying to.
When you're on a good
No,
pace,
it's
he's
fine.
never nice.
Yeah, he's very RNG, but for the
Oh,
most
cool.
part, I'll say most bosses for the most part they're semi-scripted. We script like how much damage we do on each phase, but you need to react to what they do on each fight, obviously.
A lot of the strats,
Totally.
yeah, like you're saying, is like parry him, hit him this much damage, and parry him. He has like 5 different attacks he could do, so you just know how to parry
Yeah, for
all 5 of them.
Foko, the important thing is
Don't
not
over
doing
damage him.
don't over damage before you take the repulsor. He instantly goes to the second phase, and when he's transitioning, he has hyper armor, so you do almost no damage to him. So you gotta wait. It's super slow. I mean,
Yeah, it loses like
run
6
ending,
seconds
yeah.
release. It's really bad. It's just RNG. I'd have to say, this is going quite well so far. I'm honestly curious what the pace would be. Alright. So we're just going to go in here. So we're going to be... These are Dark Moon Moonstones of the Covenant. They are the Titanite kind of comparison to Dark Souls, where they allow us to upgrade our weapon, and the Glaive free DLC weapon is considered a boss weapon, which is actually really nice because we can get less materials to fully upgrade it. +5 is less than +10, basically.
Ooh, that bridge is actually it can be a little bit scary.
I
that
found
guy.
something better. If you jump way right into the thing, he usually doesn't attack you until you like start recovering. I was never sure if it was correct, but I keep doing it and it's working.
Yeah, this bridge is literally a place when people ask me what I do. I don't know, but it always works for me.
It works. So fun fact, most people casually do not even know that this is a boss. You get like an item to give her and then she just lets you up. But if you don't,
Oh, yeah, because
she fights you.
on the factory before Foco, there's a mini boss called Survivor, and when you kill him, he teaches you a pose, right, a gesture or whatever that you can do for her, and she lets you pass because she thinks
Yeah,
you're.
I always forget. Like, what do you give her? Even?
It's because she thinks you're how's it called?
She
The
asks you,
guild.
"Are you a stalker?"
Yeah, yeah, she thinks you're a stalker, so
That's
they're
their
like,
like
this guy's like a
group
badass,
gang
so you can
name.
go
That's what they
around.
call
Yeah.
themselves. So we're on
But
the best part of the run.
I think we all get like, oh, why do you fight her? That's so slow. And then they're like, it's
I'm gonna
because
put on my
actually
antlers.
it's faster because she's right on the way, you know.
Yeah, it's real. Whatever the item is, must be really out of the way. I feel like I looked it up once, and it was like you had to beat a mini boss or something. It's like, yeah, no. And we have the cheeky strat where we can get a riposte right off the start. Pretty nice. This is the
And this
best
gondola
Gemini
also is
speech.
gonna, yeah, this gondola is, I would say one of the few places where you can actually take a break on this run, like grab water or something, because you really don't have time
You can't
anywhere else.
skip this, and it's really slow. See, some traitorous runners mute Gemini and don't get to hear his awesome speech every run, and I don't know why you do that. It's such a good speech. By the way, I've done so many runs of this game that I've named this NPC Greg. Everyone say hi, Greg. Hi, Greg. And he's looking for the One Piece. Go to the Grand Line, Greg. It's not here.
Is a One Piece real or not, sir?
It's
I need a
definitely
definitive.
real, okay?
All right, I'll believe you.
It's 100%.
But actually, I don't know if I believe you. You're a Gemini enjoyer. I
I'm a
should not
Gemini
believe
enjoyer. That means I'm untrustworthy. What do you
you.
mean?
Exactly.
It's,
Yes.
it's truths of P, not lies of P. Also, a cool parkour section over the bridge.
All right.
You
So he's
were
gonna. Fed's gonna get to the library section, which has seen. I would say it's one of the segments that has seen the most stretch changes over the months. Like
I'm not
we
doing
used
the
to do
running
it.
light. I can't.
Nah, do it. Do it.
Do you really think? Oh, I'll go for it.
Do
I do
it.
have a
Do it.
save here, and since we haven't died
Do
yet,
it.
I'll go for it because it's really cool.
Yeah, do it.
It's easy. So let us continue. So this bridge has ruined a lot of runs. So there's a basically we really want to keep this
Oh, this is
heal
really
that we
good.
have. We have one heal. Thank goodness he did that. And if we get hit, it basically causes us to use a ladder instead of using gravity. And that is slow. Falling is fast. I'll do the strat. I'll try it. I've been
Yeah,
practicing.
here in the library, we're gonna see the first instance of the glaive actually helping us do a skip. Because when you're starting to fall
Such a
off a
cool.
ledge, you can do a light attack, and it's gonna give you a huge boost.
And you can kind of like air control too.
Yeah, that
It's
is
really, it's the best weapon in all games. It just does everything. Shortcuts, we got it. Damage, we definitely got it.
yeah, it's gonna fall here because it's like
That
2 to
was,
3 seconds faster.
I have a not so nice name for this part in my splits because when I was first doing wrench runs, I lost so many runs to this climb.
Oh yeah, it's so hard when you're learning. Honestly, platforming on this Souls game is just not it. I don't know why they
It's really
do
odd.
it.
Yeah.
It
And
never
they were
feels
like
good. It
Elden Ring,
always
they're
feels
like,
like
hey, you can
janky.
jump now. What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're
Alright,
gonna run
so
across
right here is gonna
here.
equip the glaive. The running armor. Yeah,
Hey!
I got it.
Let's
Nice.
go. We're trying to fight the
Oh,
cycle
one
of
of the
this.
first boulders. Yeah, yeah.
We're trying to
They
make
love
this
boulders
cycle
in
of
this game.
these
Sorry.
balls, and then there are these water wheels coming up as well. So you actually have to do this fast, or you're just gonna lose a lot more time. Easy peasy. I'm so glad you told me to do that. I was like, I ain't doing that. Because
Yeah,
you
come
can
on, come on.
obviously
Yeah,
see
you're
if I.
too guilty to not do that. It's so easy.
It really is, but you know the marathon setting.
Nah, nah.
By the way, all of the mini bosses are really scripted like this, and it's so satisfying if you've played this game casually. Actually, I've had a lot of like people who have like, I've never seen the run for this. They'll join my stream and they'll watch me like destroy one of the mini bosses like that, and they'll just be like, "What do you mean? That guy took me forever."
Nah,
Like,
if you play
yeah.
this game, you know some of the NPCs and mini bosses are harder than a lot of the bosses. In my opinion.
Oh, I would agree, 100%. But there we go. We have made it through the climb. Yay! Antlers jump scare. It's fun when you have the donkey mask because you go to this screen, it's just a giant donkey head.
You know what's really funny when you're using the donkey mask and you have like you're talking to an NPC and they're like, "Oh, you're such a pretty boy." Like, how do you know?
You know you can see through this mask. Oh, it's like the one lady. Ooh, followers, admirers follow me everywhere. Like, what do you mean? There's a point where Gemini's like, keep your eyes open. I'm like, I'm a puppet. I don't think I blink. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the hotel. We are not going to level up, but we are going to give him one of, I think there's 3 total boxes that we give him. It unlocks more of his shop. Allows us
Basically,
to
he's gonna buy some Fable catalyst because we spent a lot of Fable on this run. Being the buy the
oh,
parts for
oops.
later
Oops. Did not need to talk to her.
and upgrading our weapon.
You, Jenny. And we're gonna give it the technique crank, which is similar to, you've played Souls. It's, what do they call it?
Yeah, it improves the
Scale or something?
scalability of your weapon,
Makes it
so
from
you
like
just do
B to
more damage.
A. And then Vanini just gave us an upgrade to our grinder, which allows us, every time we sit at a stargazer, it will refill it. But the effect is it will like apply fire to our weapon. You get 1 per sit. Which, as you'll see, we skip a lot of these, so we end up buying fire abrasives.
Yeah, because every time you sit, even if you're not gonna do anything. Just like literally just sit and activate it. You lose like 7, 8
It's
seconds.
crazy.
You, but actually, the run came to a point where like we'd sit very, very little.
Safety. Who needs that?
It used to be a lot more in the past, but
I'd say the wrench runs were surprisingly more safer, just because you get access to the like infinite item shop.
oh yeah.
That's the big issue with the safety of the run, is like just the amount of items that we need that we can't just go buy. Like there just isn't someone selling them. You got to find them on the ground. Okay, so yeah, this is just the last section of the library, cathedral, whatever it is. We're gonna go fight Bishop.
Bishop, Andrews.
I think casually, a lot of people, this was the first hard boss they ran into. I say first phase is kind of easy, but second phase, he has that one attack, and if you, it took me forever to figure out how to dodge it.
Oh,
The
the triple
slam.
charge.
Yeah. Okay, so he has like 3 openers. He gave us the normal one. We're gonna
Again,
stun him.
pretty standard fight. Just trying to abuse
I
Fable
missed.
parries.
That's fine. Bad miss. How'd I miss that?
And now the second phase is scripted. It's always gonna go the same way as long as
1,
he.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna parry the poke. He didn't get stunned, but that's okay. Oh. Normally he's dead, but I low rolled. But that's okay. He's down. And just like that, Bishop down.
GG.
See, that's the problem. Some of the bosses, like, we'll have an exact strat in phase 2, but because I low rolled, I had to hit him 2 more times. Also, if you send him to Vanini Works, you gotta restart. I have never done that.
On patch 102, even when you chose Hotel Crowd, Sometimes he would bug out and he wouldn't be on the swamp.
For real?
Yeah, I lost like 2 or 3 rounds like that. And
That's so
I'm like,
crazy.
dude, there is no way I didn't send it to the hotel. So I went to check the vault and
That's really funny.
that was very
I've still
frustrating
never done
because
that one yet, but I've done.
because you lost your run 20 minutes in, but you only find out around 50 minutes. You don't even know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
next time is really late when we see him. By the way, that's Alidoro. He is our boss soul guy. So we just what's cool about this game, I actually like the system. Every boss soul gives you either a weapon or an amulet. And since we've clearly decided, the glaive is the best weapon ever, we just make a couple amulets that are really good.
Yep. To be fair, even if you're not using the glaive and playing Clash, the amulets are just straight
I
up better
used
for the most
Fireman's
part.
amulet the entire game because I perfect
Yeah.
blocked everything. It's so good.
I would say the only weapon I would grab instead of the amulet is the katana, the twin dragon, just because
Oh
that
yeah, but
weapon
then it's
is so
like
fun.
labbing a new weapon. Basically, that thing's its own thing.
It's so fun and it's pretty strong as well. But for the most part, the amulets are it's just straight up the better choice, even playing casually.
Yeah, the fireman amulet we just made. Basically, after our next perfect block, our next attack will do more damage, and that counts for the glaive's fable. So just basically everything we do is more damage now.
Also,
Whenever we have
the guy Fats just kind of like baited to the side. Can be a little funny sometimes.
I
But
take that super wide because I'm not getting hit
yeah.
there. I've lost way too many runs to that guy. You just kind of go to the side.
Yeah, he's so free until one day he's just not out of your way. Like, haha, I'm so funny. I'm just not gonna move. You're like,
Oh, what's funny is
oh,
when he
okay.
does like the big hand slap and then you panic roll and then he slaps you again because he's like a PvPer. It's amazing.
Actually, the reason I
Oh,
I
lady with a
found this line
jar. He's one of my favorite
to just
NPCs, lady with the jar. I'm sorry, I feel like once you speedrun so long, you just start losing it and start naming all the characters in the game.
now you gotta have ways to distract yourself because there's so many just running sections.
This guy he actually hit me recently. Didn't do a lot of damage, but I was like, really? But we take a pretty good line there where he never hits us. Except that one time recently. Ow. What was that?
Man, I love this part so much because I hated the gate guy. The old strat we did sometimes just didn't work. I'm like, now I'm gonna find something better. And this guy, people used to go left on the
Oh, fun fact.
on the
Invisible bear trap.
yeah.
Everyone's
You
like, I've
sometimes
tried
you
jumping
cannot
over it.
take
You
that.
can't. It's invisible and it shows up when you get there. I just
Cannot
remember my like
save
new
that.
game plus. I tried to avoid that. I knew it was there, and you can't.
Yeah, it's not even like not just invisible, but if you go left or you go right, it's gonna be to the left or it's gonna be
Yeah,
to the
it'll
right. It's not
follow
like
you. It's like
yeah,
a
yeah,
moving landmine. All right, so this is a boss where I could do everything right and I'll still die.
yeah. This Black Rabbit Brotherhood one,
Oh,
which is
they're so
very
fun.
a very infamous fight,
I
I would
love it,
say.
Sam.
This is the first gang fight of the game.
1, 2, 3. We only need to
Same
kill
thing.
the big guy. Oh, I could have parried that. That's fine. I always get scared of that move.
Oh, very good.
So we'll
MK
just try
here.
and explain what happened after the fact. But basically, we just want to kill Big Bro, and as we damage Big Bro, his little bros come join the fight. So we try to kill him before any of them get in the way.
Yeah, because when you're playing this casually, after
So
like
bad. I hate
30%
that fight.
damage, one of the brothers show up. So like the idea is one brother shows up and then you get rid of the brother and then you fight him a little bit more and then the second brother
Yeah.
shows up, but that's really slow. So we just
And while you're fighting the
try.
bros,
Yeah.
the big guy will do running attacks at you.
So we just kind of like explode them, but On certain RNGs, you just die. There's nothing you can do.
No, I've tried. It's also one of those. He has like 5 different openings and then 4 different like phase 2 openings. So it's just like
At least
trying to
one saving
practice the
grace.
hard openings is hard because you gotta do
Yeah.
like 10 attempts.
One of the saving graces of this fight is after you kill him.
Oh, we got cat luck. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't. You can't die anymore until the cutscene triggers. Even if you have 0 HP, you're not gonna die, which is at least that, you know.
Yeah, once you do the finishing blow on him, they can hit you like 8 times and it doesn't matter. Okay, so we get Fable, Guard, Parry. I was like, what did we get?
Yeah, no, just
Consumable limit.
few
We can
upgrades
carry
here.
more. Yeah.
This is
That
the
is-
last time we upgrade the PR gun, by the way.
Yep. No more
Pretty
sitting
early.
in that chair. Hey, good Sophia spawn. This split drives me mad. Because if Sophia spawns at the bad spot, plus 6 seconds every time. It's like, this is a good spot.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so-
want her to be on the way because we buy quite a bit.
Gotta get our Fable.
Yeah, we buy a lot of Fable catalysts from him. But if we already leveled up, we can just press left here
And just
spend
buy
all
as
our
much
money
as it lets us. Yep.
instead of keep going right, you know.
Yeah, holding
so
right
it's-
to get to like the perfect amount, which I believe is 16, instead of tapping left to get to 20 is
Yeah, it's only
sick.
like 2-3 seconds time loss for just being unlucky,
But sometimes Sophia spawns really far away, and
and it's
I've
just better.
really
to buy.
tried it, and going to him first is just never faster.
You think so? I go to him first.
Really?
If
If she
she-
spawns
if
at the
she's
top
on-
of the stairs, you actually go. Maybe I'll try it. I just haven't been. I just whatever. +8. I don't care.
It's probably very similar.
This piece isn't even good. How I justify my failures.
No, Fat's going to White Lady, which is one of the most annoying NPC fights in my opinion.
Casually,
Not
this
really
boss
on
is
this
a
route,
nightmare.
but- Yeah, because she can guard parry, which is a different also kind of parry that exists in this game. She's
It's-
really hard actually. In my
She
opinion,
did
she's
it on a
hard.
run. I had a good pace. I was like, why? The thing that always bothered me casually with her is you can perfect block her attacks easily, but she just will not let you do a charged heavy. She'll just keep interrupting you, and it's like you can't riposte her. But yeah, we're just gonna do some optimal menuing to fight her because she has a long intro. We just equip the glaive, then we're gonna set it on fire. We're gonna equip our 2 amulets, do a charged heavy. Parry 1, 2, 3, 4, spin! Take the riposte. And
more
charge
quick heavy.
heavy for good.
Nice,
That was clean.
perfect.
I like that. Awesome. And I will say, I don't really want to spoil too much, but she has a very sad backstory. They really followed the Dark Souls formula.
Wow, you just
Everyone has
ruined
a
the
bad
game for-
backstory.
You literally just ruined the game for everybody that didn't play. So wow.
Oh no!
What is it in the
Now they
point,
know.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I mean,
Oh man.
oh, you can get magic carped by
Oh,
these guys. Sometimes they just block your way, and it's so hard to get them out of your way, and they just magic carped it.
And they
just
do
jump.
so much
They,
damage.
yeah,
It's
they do.
absurd how much damage those little legless puppets do. They're like, well, I
And
got
it's
no
just
legs, so I'm dead.
sad. Like, it is so sad to lose a run to this guy. They're like, bro, I should not be losing a run here. I've lost at least like 5-6 runs to those guys.
I'm about the same there. It's just so unlucky, but it happens. Every like 30 to 50 runs, you'll get stuck in the tunnel. And get, as Tritor has named them, which
And
I like
even
the
when
name. The magic
Even
cards.
when you get past them, when you manage to get past them when they're blocking, you lose like 6 seconds.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Another boulder. This game, the developers of this game, they saw like,
They're
Oh my
Indiana
God,
Jones fans.
yeah. This is such a good trap. It's so fun.
I love it. Let's put another one here. Hey, you know
I'm
that
trying to
boulder
think-
strat was really cool earlier. What if we just added more?
All right, so the opera house is actually lasts like 10 seconds on the run because there's
Casually,
again, we
my
do a
favorite
skip.
part of the game. Like, this part is really cool. Like, the aesthetic's cool. The music that plays is really cool.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have a skip that is, it skips like the whole thing. Like, you kind of have to like go
Another skip
outside,
with
unlock a
the glaive.
door, hit a ladder. We're just gonna fall to the correct
Do
layer.
this, yeah. Do a running light again.
Yeah,
and
the
you're
glaive again, showing
with
why it's the
Romeo.
best. And just like that, we are at King of Puppets. I'm gonna try and go for a really cool parry, and if I don't get it, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard, but I've been recently doing it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all gonna be fine.
It's
Don't
not
worry
like
about...
fight over if I fail it, but we're gonna throw the grenade. Hopefully he gets aggroed. He didn't. Bad RNG won, so now we kind of have to wait for him.
Bro, you could
He didn't
aggro
hop
him
back.
with,
Thank goodness. We almost got double bad RNG. We're gonna move here. Hey, let's go. Parry the
Very, like,
slaps.
the flurry of attacks is really hard, yeah. Second
It took me
phase.
forever to figure out the timing.
Now, that second phase, I would say, is the first big skill check of the game, but on the run, always the same thing, always. The only RNG is that sometimes you get hit, so you need to be full HP. If that happens,
Yeah,
in
so
order
if,
not to
at
die,
a
but-
previous hotel, we leveled our HP to 10. Specifically, he can hit us during the spin, and it will kill us unless we don't level up our health.
Yeah, because if you have it at 9 and you get high roll, you die, so we do it at 10. Because the enemies also have damage roll on this game, not just our characters, so...
Yeah, I'm thinking of the cathedral climb where the lady throws the acid at you. He does such a
Yep,
range
because
of damage.
yeah.
Sometimes it does half your health. Sometimes it looks like it does 3/4 of your health. I'm like, why did that hurt so bad?
That's why we heal before, because if she high rolls you there, you die if you don't heal.
So fun fact, we might just die here, and it's nothing I can do about it. There's these cool looking mechanical dogs with buzzsaws for heads, and
Also
sometimes
do
they
a lot of
perfectly
damage.
time their attacks on when I get my iframes or lose my iframes. Only in a marathon.
Yeah,
Oh
you're,
god.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, but this door is a real run killer, honestly.
Yeah, like it's one of the most depressing run killers in my opinion because there's legitimately nothing you can do about it. Like I've tried strats where I'm like, what if I went up and killed one of the dogs and then opened the door? Well, the lady puppet who was too slow before shows up. It's like, no,
Yeah, you just...
there's just no way around it. Oh, don't poke me. Fine.
Here, he activates the gazer and he uses the pocket watch to go straight back at it. It just
Yeah,
it's faster than running back.
yeah. So in our runs, we do a live splitter that will stop the timer when we do loading screens. So that's why that's definitely faster. We're gonna equip 2 amulets here, stable up. We got 2 mini bosses in this long running segment. One of them's hard-ish, and neither of them are really that hard. But the only one that
Yeah, you
something
can
could go
die in
wrong
this
is
one,
this
right?
guy
Yeah,
because
that
we
is-
have to actually
yeah.
parry him.
Yes, he does so much damage. but
Parry
it's
him.
just
Yeah,
no
it's
parry.
absurd how much he does. But I mean, it makes sense. Look at his big meaty claw. Like he
That
hurts.
is true.
But the next mini boss is probably my favorite strat in the game, just because of how simple it is. Like it's the easiest thing to do, and casually, it's probably the worst mini boss in the game. Like absurd. The Jester.
Well, not this one, because he
I just like
there are other, yeah, casually, and what I used to do, there are other enemies inside cages that open if you wait a little bit and
Oh,
they fight
yeah.
each other. That's what I used to do. I just wait.
I tried that, and they just fought me with him, and I was like, "This is stupid."
Oh, I was
Uh,
just being cheeky and I'm in a corner, like super far away, just
just
waiting.
watching them fight. Yes, weakening for
Yeah.
me. Now he's half health. I'll go give him a running attack and then run away. Yeah, no, casually, the thing that stinks about the Jester boss is he applies a status that what makes your heals like not work, basically. Well,
Yeah, there are
that just
many different status. I would say that one is one of the least annoying. Definitely DK, one of the most annoying because
the
your weapon
worst.
starts deteriorating and you then have to like use the grindstone mid fight sometimes.
Didn't need to heal there, but I just did for my own
Good.
sanity because I just tanked through this hit. I know you like position yourself to not get hit, and I'm just like, oh, why? It's chest hair on the puppet, you know?
Another scripted
So
fight.
it's R2, R2, R2 into spin into R2. And just like that, he's done. Grab that ergo chunk because we have to wait for this door anyway. So money, why not? Honestly, the ones that say chunk give you a lot. Somewhat worth it. Pretty solid pace, solid run so far. Even got the running light I wasn't gonna do.
I don't think you'll be that far away from your PB actually.
Surprisingly, yeah, it's just solid. So this is a weird door. If you open the door with no weapon equipped, he will take like 5 steps out and do this weird little pose, and it's slow. But if you have a weapon equipped, he just pulls it out, and you can immediately unequip it and run. Probably one of the weirder speed techs.
Yeah, which you can do on the first door with the dogs, but you get less iframes, so it's riskier.
Yeah, you do that. You're mad.
I'm the only one that does that.
You're
Actually,
crazy.
save
I
2 seconds.
hate losing runs. Like once I get to king, I'm like, okay, we actually have a run going. Then you die to the dogs. It's like, never mind.
Yeah, but nobody does that. Like I'm literally the only runner.
I also hate having the rapier in my inventory because every time you equip the glaive, it's one to the right, so you have to move over, and it just bothers me.
It took me a while to get used to it, but now it's muscle memory.
Like what's nice, the bishop door, you know, you can equip the glaive at the door. Since the rapier's not there,
Oh
I just
yeah.
mash. I'll like never mess that up. So I do a little bit of item management. These are our what do you call it? Like quick item slots. So if I hold X, I can just do D-pad and throw an item.
Yeah, now it's getting to this area called the Grand Exhibition, which is so bad actually. Casually,
I really did dislike this part casually.
and I wanted to kill everything. I killed all the guys with the shields on the. Cause you gotta again, you're gonna be on the rafters, and there's a lot of enemies, and it's just a mess. But on the
Those shield
speedrun,
guys are a nightmare to kill.
on the speedrun is fine.
In the speedrun, it's fine, but casually, if you want to actually take down those double shieldy door guys, oh, they're the worst.
Yeah, I did it the first time we played.
I'm like, where am I going? Okay, we're gonna level up again.
Quick hotel trip, yeah.
Yeah, this one's actually one of the shorter ones. We're just gonna put one into 11 because later we're gonna get one more boss amulet, and the boss amulets are way heavier than the normal ones, so we have to use 3 of them. We need to have 11, I think. I don't actually 100% know. I just do it. You don't want 39 decks because that's too much for you'll over damage a boss later. I was just kept thinking I was missing stuff, but I was like, no, we just go over there and upgrade the weapon and level up. That's it. Normally on my splits at the hotel segments, I have +1 weapon and, you know, buy this. And my perfectionism makes it so runs don't make it this far all the time. So that last hotel one I struggle with. Good to have notes.
But not even just perfectionism. You're at a point like you're doing world record attempt to just.
Yeah, that's true. PB's
You just
basically
cannot.
got to be
You
world
just
record.
cannot do. any
This
run
is the
anymore.
meanest hallway I think they put in the game. 3 throwing grenade guys and then a shield guy who you have to like wait for him to get out of the way.
Yeah, Don't even
My
ask me
strategy
to
for that hallway has
explain.
changed like 8 times, and I finally think I have something that works.
Yeah, don't even ask me to explain what you do there because I
You
had
just
no
muscle
idea.
them.
That was
Yeah.
weird as hell to me, dude. I
Yeah.
do something completely different.
I thought it was oh wait, I need that equipped still. I always thought it was funny what like Mitch used to do. He would perfectly line up like an extra like throwing cell and aggro the
Yeah,
shield
that was
guy
yeah.
early,
Everybody
and
used
then
to
you
do
just
that.
run it. I was like, I could never get that throw, so I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
everybody used to do that. I used to do mouse and keyboard for that throw. It was just much easier.
oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
yep. So this is the grand exhibition. Puppets of the future, but then yeah, Gemini explained it, but basically the puppet rampage came, so no exhibition.
Oh, by the way, the jester on the arcade that you did the script,
Uh-huh.
I used to do that as well. I had like a bunch of throwables and I had a line there. And I like
Really?
hit him right on the head and I just killed him, throwing him a bunch of shit at him. Yeah, really.
It's really funny. I never knew that. I've never seen that one. By the way, not a glitch. He sawed the
Yeah, the
door,
doors
so it
just
stopped.
disappears when
It's
he's
yeah.
opening. Yeah.
Instantly phases out. It's not a glitch. It just once he saws it, it just disintegrates and it's gone.
No idea why they did that, but
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, visually it's still there, but it's not
yeah, they're
really.
like, I can't be arsed doing the hitbox for the door opening, so it's just gonna be the visual, you know. So you just phase through it when
It's one of
the
those.
enemy
I'm not
opens
gonna
again.
complain, and it's not very hard.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's
yeah. I mean,
fine. Let
it's
us
not a
run through
glitch.
the door.
I was gonna face Victor, which is a pretty easy fight in my opinion.
It's Bane from Batman.
The opener is scripted, but then you just
Then you
have to
kind of
fight him. It's
just
one of
fight
those
him.
fights.
It looks very kind of like we just fight him, but there's like a once you do the fight 100 times, it's like, oh, he's doing this attack. I know what to do. So I'm gonna run slightly to
I
the
actually think
left.
this is one of the best bosses on the game, in my opinion.
It's satisfying to fight. But he's annoying when you lose runs. Boom. Hopefully he gets knocked. He didn't. That's okay. Doesn't really matter.
Second phase now.
Now we're gonna put
Raven.
acid on, do more damage. That was weird.
Ooh, that's fine.
Sir. Now we're fine. That was a really weird attack. He like flew past me. So fun
Victor's
fact,
done.
yep, Victor's done. This is the only quit out in the entire speed run. Because after Victor, there's a cutscene and then some guy, Simon Manis, has a very long speech. By quitting out right
Yeah,
on the
and
last hit. Yep. Oh yeah, you can go.
you skip it. Yeah, you skip the dialogue, so
Yeah,
you
it's quite
actually
nice.
save a little bit of time.
One of the funny, cool facts about it is during that dialogue, it ends with him giving us a key, but we skipped it. So the next time we sit at a stargazer, it will give us the key. And if we're doing like world record routing, I might sit at the swamp because I wasted a fable on Victor. Just for safety.
Yeah, just sit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit before the boss. But if you don't sit, we go all the way through this long swamp. Then we're gonna go all the way, and then we're gonna beat a boss, and then we're gonna keep running. And spoilers, we're gonna end up back in the start of the game, and then we're finally gonna sit. So it's like a whole like 15 minutes before we finally get the key from that dialogue we skipped. I always find that an interesting fun fact.
Oh god, this I think is one of my least favorite parts of the run. It's like 8 minutes of
It's like,
running.
yeah.
and-
Oh.
But you can't really like turn your brain completely off. You know what I mean? Because
Oh.
you can actually die. Yeah.
So, if you know anything about Souls games, they usually have a like running system where you can be light with light armor, light enough armor
Yeah, that's
medium,
why
or
he always
heavy.
unequipped.
Yeah. So to go faster, typically it's Souls games, especially. I didn't roll. Okay. We don't wear armor. It's heavy, so we're kind of at the point in the game where stuff just starts to hurt a lot.
Yeah, and we barely upgraded your HP, so
Yeah.
very easy to. If you mess up here, you're just dead, honestly.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, you do a different line here. I forgot.
I don't like that spot. I hate this spot. I've like gotten hit there, so I just take a safe
Oh,
line.
boulder, dude! Oh, that is so
Another?
creative.
Another boulder? Oh, Tritor, if you got
This
excited
guy's
for
actually
that
the one
boulder,
that.
let me tell you what. Something's coming up that I think you'll like.
Oh, what is it?
It's not one boulder. It's like 8.
Oh my god, you're giving me anxiety with this line. What are you doing? In there, you get shot and the guy hits you with the sword. You're
Oh,
dead.
it's the worst. So
Yeah.
fun fact, this is the boss guy, boss weapons guy. We make the amulet that we just got Victor's soul. That is the last time we will be talking to Alidoro.
Which is a real class sect. Right.
Honestly,
Really nice guy.
he's the worst. There's a lot of NPC backstories, and I just think personally as a human, I hate him the most in the game. He's such a horrible person. He's not actually a
He's-
dog, guys. It's a mask. Spoiler.
Nah, he's fine. Dude. Don't worry
What do you
about it.
mean?
He's just hustling, sir. You know, just a hustler, man.
He's just collecting stuff. That's all.
Oh, this guy just ran through is a maniac. By the way, if you want to, for example, sit here, 99% of the times you gotta quit out
Oh yeah,
because
he's
he
rude.
just kills you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, we don't do that anymore. No more sitting.
You gotta do it for all bosses, though.
See, other than like the start of the game, because I've done so many runs that I just hate the train in the beginning of the run. This part is like the worst. Just it's a really boring long run. It's not even that hard, but if you turn your brain off, like Chator said, you'll probably die.
Yeah,
And then
we're coming
you
to the
fight
next
one of the worst
boulder.
bosses in the. Oh my!
Mm. Oh, that was.
That is a
unfortunate.
classic. I've never fallen there before. I got so much heal momentum.
Yeah, I was waiting
Uh,
for you to quit out, and it just never happened as well.
Nope. Nope. So let me think.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
what I'll
you're
do
gonna
is I'll
have-
just we have to do the run again, unfortunately. I didn't make a
Nice.
save midway through the swamp run. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're
I'll
good,
be
you're
fine.
good.
So what I'll probably
Nice.
do is just get to the swamp monster and then probably just load the save there, possibly. Yeah, that'll probably be what I do. All right. Well, if you guys want to see the
I mean,
swamp,
yeah,
again-
it depends if you get hit or not. Because if you don't get hit, you can just get your Fable. Full
yeah, I
Fable
can just
back,
get it
and-
back. It might be fun.
But
The
if you
thing
do
that
get
I'm
hit,
worried
though,
about
because-
is my money because the ergo. So like in all Souls games, if you die, you drop your souls and you got to get them back. In this game, the slower you get them back, like you end up losing souls.
No, what happens is if you get hit, you lose a chunk.
Oh,
Of them.
is that how it
And
does
then,
it?
yeah, and then what you gotta do is, you gotta kill the enemy that hit you, and then you get the chunk back. You know?
Been running this
Which
game
is
for
like this-
ages, got almost 1,000 hours, just learned something.
That's why I'm the world record holder. Sir.
Oh gosh. So that's actually the attack we want him to do. If he just melees us, we don't have to worry about rolling at all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get hit anymore. He was going to be one of those dogs if it was to happen, honestly.
Yeah, we should be fine. Hey, we don't have to talk to this guy now, so that's good. Okay, well, lesson learned. I should have made a split. Well, I just wanted to
Yeah,
show
but
you that rolly
that
ball
is just,
again.
yeah. But that is just so unlikely to happen. Let's be honest. And
I
nobody-
don't even really know what happened. I almost want to go like watch it later. Cause like I got really far.
You
Ow.
angled yourself too much to the left. You know.
Yeah, I'll probably
I
just
feel like. Yeah.
drop this time and not do the heal. Oh well, yeah, the fun swamp
Yeah.
run we get to do again. Yay!
You know, I actually stopped doing the heal there because if you like fall a little bit too early, because you're kind of like in a downward like ramp there, right?
Right.
So if you don't go right at the corner and do a little bit too early, your height is too big, and then you
Doesn't
just
even
lose
save
time if you don't
time.
roll. No, but then you need to roll, or you lose 2 seconds, because you get the.
You'll get the
And
stomp, the
sometimes that will
hero
happen to
stomp.
me. Yeah, it's literally the hero pose, right? When you're.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
It's really
that
funny.
was a far fall. I have to land epically.
Yeah.
All right, and it's like nothing ever happened. We're back. Back to this area.
Oh,
Going
there
to
it is. Yeah, just grab it and
grab
fall.
it, and then we're going to just carefully fall.
Oh my god, that was
I
so
casually
careful
never
that
even
you.
knew how to get this item. And I was mind blown when I was watching his run. He's like, wait, you don't go this way? Are you slow? And I'm like, apparently.
But that was so careful, you almost didn't make it.
I made it, okay. I didn't know if you needed that much forward momentum.
Alright, so this is another boulder section, but we
Yeah, this is the
won't
spot.
cycle
Look at
it.
oh,
Yeah.
so cool.
Now, usually you have to wait for the boulders, but if you're really, really fast, you can one cycle this whole segment. It's really easy, actually.
Actually, yeah, it's really simple.
Yeah.
What's really makes it all possible, so the last time we got a quartz upgrade, one of the things we picked up was reduced stamina consumption from sprinting.
From
Or
dash,
it says
yeah, that's
dashing,
what
but
they
it
call
basically means sprinting. So
Which is very confusing because the first time I read that, I thought it was like when you back dash or something.
yeah, like
or
sidestep or
roll.
roll in
Yeah.
combat. But no, it
So I'm like,
actually
oh,
means
this
you're.
sounds pretty
It's
useless.
crazy. It's actually insane how little the bar goes down.
Might save like a whole minute actually on this run with that. Because it literally doubles the amount of.
Stopping you have to do, or it
Yeah.
halves it. Cause like I'm thinking like the beach section after Bros 2, so long. But with
Yeah.
the stamina upgrade, you never have to stop. You just sprint the whole beach.
Yeah, you run like double the length before you need to rest your stamina, so.
So, fun fact: there was an earthquake, and if we wanted to, we could not go back to the hotel now. The hotel is off limits.
Are you
At
gonna
least I
sit
think
here?
it's right here. I'm just gonna sit. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, just yeah.
Be safe. Yeah, so you go through that really long run, and then you fight a really RNG boss. And fun fact, it's basically part 2 of Murphy, who is the longest boss from the first half.
I find that so cool. Basically, you fight the swamp monster, and then the Murphy, which is one of the first bosses that you kill. His armor is here because
Yeah,
he's kind of
his
like
basically his body because we beat him and now he's in the junkyard. The
yeah, he
phase
just
2,
takes
he
his armor
basically
and takes his moves. Yeah, really good opener. actually.
Lean.
This is another boss that can decay
You can
you.
just, yeah, you lose so much time if he gives you bad attacks. Because we're a parry build. It's like, hit me! Hit me!
That was an insane phase 1, by the way.
I've stopped trying to get that cheeky hit. That first parry on that cycle. It's so hard.
It's so bad when you miss it.
Okay. Oh, let's see if I can get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed. Hard. We're fine. Not a great
so-
fight, but he's going down.
Yeah, I guess this fight's a good way to explain. Basically, humans take more damage to acid abrasive. Puppets take more damage to the lightning abrasive. And carcass, right? I think it's that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
They take more damage to fire. So on this boss, we use fire on the first phase, but on the second phase, he wears the armor, right? So he kind of like becomes a puppet
He
type.
changes into a puppet.
Yeah, so
Is
you
basically it,
actually
yeah.
do more damage if you use lightning.
Yeah, fire first phase.
Also, lightning.
second
I feel
phase.
like lightning when you actually make his like HP bar blue after you hit it a little bit, you just straight up just do 40% more physical damage as well.
Yeah. So yeah,
Which
fire
is
and decay are like very similar, and then lightning's a little weirder. Lightning's like if they are electric shocked, you'll do more physical damage to them. But if they're on fire, you'll do more fire damage to them. And if they're acid, you'll do more acid.
yeah, fire they take damage over time, and if they're electric shock, they take more physical damage from your
This is
attacks.
normally where I would get that key I was talking about earlier, but we got it because we sat at the bonfire before Swamp Monster. I'm skipping the Manus dialogue after Victor. Such an absurdly far away spot. And now we're back in the train station. A part we weren't at, but we will get back to where we started.
Yeah,
We can actually go back to the starting cart. I'm pretty sure there's like nothing in there, is there? Or is there something?
There is a there's kind of like a Easter egg, I guess. That's not really how you should call it, but there's like this extra wagon if you break the wall, you know.
Oh,
if you
that's
ever
right. I
did
did do
it.
that once. It's been a while.
And then there's a ladder there.
I was just hoping there'd be
There's
like
also
an amulet.
the NPC here from the Bell quest from the Grand Exhibition. On one of this.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because like I've played this game a ton, but I haven't like I've just been doing the only stuff I have to do, you know, to beat it fast. So like
Yeah.
optional.
You kind of start forgetting everything about the game.
Oh,
honestly.
fun fact: the Robber Weasel boss. I watched Tour. He has the record in all bosses and mini bosses, and you have to fight that Robber Weasel. I watched you struggle so hard. That boss looks horrible.
I'm not gonna talk about Robert Weasel because I'm gonna break TOS here.
He's gonna get so
I hate this
triggered.
boss. I hate this boss so much.
Oh my god! I was watching the like labbing, and I'm just like, how do you even fight this guy? It looks horrible. Oh yeah.
Yeah, after you get it, it's not so bad, but it's one of those bosses that some moves are so fast, and if you just mess it up, you're dead. Like,
It's also one of
which is very
those.
bad.
Once we're like at this point, losing to anything stinks. So then, losing to something stupid, triple stinks. It's just like we
That's
playing for a
another-
whole
another
hour and then we
scripted-
lose to that kind of scene.
Another scripted mini boss that you gotta do to, or you just
Yeah,
can't advance. You're just on your way.
Running heavy, charge heavy, wait for stamina, tap heavy, spin. Bye bye.
Right.
So what's kind of neat is for a lot of these mini bosses, we really only need, we don't parry them. So we don't need to equip all of our high parry, you know, amulets. We can actually equip the
Yeah, with that you get more ergo for
yeah, the
killing
more
them.
souls per enemy beaten amulet.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of nice for those mini bosses. The more health we can get for Bros Part 2, the better. Oh, sorry, spoilers. There's going to be a Bros Part 2. It's the worst.
Alright, so this part is one of the, I think, the most hated mechanics
In
the
any
game, just
Souls
disruption.
game,
Yeah.
just make a
Basically, if
status.
the-
Yeah, yeah, go
the
for it.
Disruption bar fills up, you're dead.
Instant
So,
dead. What status effect is that? Death. Oh, that's the status. So
So
typical
that's
Souls.
why he waits there a little bit, far away from the crystals.
Yeah, if I
because,
don't
those
run
are
that
the
line
thing keeping
exactly
it.
as tight as I did, there's a chance I get pinged one more time and I have to wait even longer there. Oh,
I've actually been noticed how many things you do differently than me watching the soul.
that was fun. Now you're gonna steal my strats for once. I'll be honest, I've
No.
stolen so much of your strategies over the years. But we're, you know, speedrunning's a team effort, I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I find a new strategy, I send it to him, and he's like, "What if you do this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's way better." I've been doing
Like,
it for
I've
months.
been
Why didn't
doing-
you watch my run?
I've been doing the gesture of the arcade differently for like 2 months now. It's in like 2 PBs. I don't even do that strat to do anymore.
Oh, that's funny. I'm content with my strats. I I always get hit by this guy. I used to not. I just lost whatever it was I was doing. I asked Chator, what do you do there? He's like, I don't know. I just run.
I just run and roll, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to equip our acid canisters. We bought 3 from that merchant right before the blue area. So this boss, we used to have this super awesome throwable strategy for this next boss with the wrench, and you just do it with the glaive too, and it's really good. Slightly different, but it's basically
I would say, I don't know, maybe it was just me being bad, but it was a top 3 hardest bosses casually for me. It was
this boss is
insane.
hard. It clones itself.
It
That's
was
hard.
insane. The
But
Walker of Illusions. We just chase it with
yeah, if
throwables
we
because
don't move from
throwables
here,
are
she'll
actually-
never attack us. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get things going. So we're gonna throw a grenade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw a shot put. 1, 2, 2 more shot puts. We're gonna do a charge heavy. Take the repose. Do another charge
Another
heavy.
charge heavy.
Spin,
Triple spin.
hold forward, lock on so the last hit doesn't miss. And just like that. She's done.
GG, sir. Perfect.
It's so satisfying because it's one of those casually, the boss is a nightmare. She clones, but if you didn't catch what happened, after the riposte and the charge heavy, she starts the clone process, but we're like spinning into her like we're spawn camping the clone. We just obliterated it before it even has a chance to fight us.
The old strat was a little bit slower, so the clone had a chance to show up, and sometimes we would kill her, and the clone will kill us. Because
Yeah,
it took
like
a couple seconds for
like
it
a
to
martyrdom
disappear.
grenade from Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah, and the clone does I think it does like the same damage, right?
It's
It
the
does
same.
so
It's
much
literally
damage.
just has less health, but it's the same as
Yeah.
her. It's crazy. So, thanking New Blade Runner for this strat because the strats I had for this boss were horrible. This is really nice. Just watch how we deal with this
This
guy.
is the parade master again, with like the tutorial boss, but now
Yeah. So
he's actually a menace. This boss.
yeah.
Before we had this script, the amount of runs lost by every runner here was insane.
Yeah, our scripts were so bad earlier for this boss. You have to like parry him and actually fight him, and it's we don't want to fight him. We just want to do something that works every time. So got a little trolled there, but we're fine.
It's fine,
During the
yeah.
fight, he like vomits up a minion, so we kind of do charge heavies in his face, and sometimes that minion is very rude. There, he was only a little rude, so we're fine. When he's
now he's
very
gonna-
rude, I'm dead.
This is the last hotel trip. Basically, buying our Fable, finishing upgrading our weapon, doing a
Oh
level
yes,
up
and
trip.
this is the point where the run would change if we were doing all ergo bosses, because we would buy more stuff. I could just buy the stuff anyway. I don't know how far we are on that incentive. I'll just buy the stuff anyway. Not that much money. Just 2 extra Fable and extra electric.
I mean, your estimate is so huge. You should just do.
Let's do
names
it,
for-
all ergo bosses.
It's such a cool fight. Anyway.
It really
And
is a
It's
cool
like
fight.
the next for like 2 minutes.
So while we were gone and there was an earthquake, the reason we were not allowed to go back to Hotel Krat is because it was being attacked. And Geppetto has been kidnapped. No, Dad! Why did you let them take my dad? He's like, look at this guy. He's like, do I look like I fight? Oh, good old Benini. Okay, so we're going to do a nice little selling session here. Also, we're going to give him the last 2 boxes. We're going to unlock final boss weapon upgrade material that we can max out our glaive. So sell that. We don't need the quartz. There's literally nothing good we could buy with that quartz. It's kind of sad. The 3rd tier is horrible.
Even if there was, it takes so long to sit and then get up. It will have to be extremely worth to save that time.
Right. So, like I said, it's a boss weapon. So the final upgrade material is a full moonstone of the Covenant. Write that down.
Now
Maybe a test.
he's gonna go to the Black Rabbit Brotherhood 2.
Yep.
And on this fight, you actually... Well, technically, you only need to kill 2 of the brothers for the big brother to show up and finish the fight. But that's pretty much impossible on the run because
No, I've actually
if you
done
leave...
it. I've done it in practice. If you kill the big bro, you still have to finish off the little one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he doesn't like
Oh,
run away or
yeah.
anything.
All right.
I've had
Nice
it happen in
commentator,
practice, and I
you're
was
just
like, "Wait, what?"
literally lying. Okay, funny.
Yeah, I mean it's lies of P, not truths of P.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way, I
but
can
I
thank my
mean,
good friend Trator here for this optimal running section because he used to just run straight and go around the corner. It turns out if you just go right.
but even if you could leave one alive, it would be impossible because it would be impossible to fight the big brother with someone else
I was
attacking
using
one of
Spectre, so like the Spectre
Yeah.
took the little bro, and I was fighting big bro, and I finished big bro,
Oh.
and then Spectre was
Well,
still working on
I
him.
guess if we could actually do that, Spectre will be faster.
It's no way to do that on purpose. Okay, so this is a nightmare fight. I'm obviously trying to do it fast, but we're mainly trying to survive.
Yeah, this is another gang fight, and honestly, it's so hard and so
Just don't want the middle
RNG.
one. Of course, it's the middle one.
Of course. And I mean, there's a single runner that likes this fight. It is very, very easy to lose your runs here.
I do not know how to parry her. Fine. Normally, we just obliterate her. Okay.
Basically, yeah. As soon as you
Oh no.
kill the second brother, the big brother will appear. So you have to kill the third one really fast in order to have a chance on this fight. So it is not easy.
Also, fun fact,
Careful
she
for your
decayed me.
weapon, not
Yeah,
your-
she
yeah.
decayed me, so I had to fix my weapon. We pick up one safety item. Oh my goodness, what a perfect interrupt on the backswing, bro. Although this, we might actually be able to do the Eltham strategy. Because I got the Fable. Yeah, and
Go
they're all
for it.
dead.
That's
Okay, yeah,
pretty
we're
much
gonna
dead.
watch this guy go down. Oh, I forgot to equip my ass.
You don't have an abrasive.
No.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, he also didn't give me the normal attack. Oh,
Nah, you
whatever.
survived. That's all.
Yeah,
that
we're just gonna
matters. Nice.
Okay, he's down. Ah!
Good. Honestly, there are two types of fights on this one. You survive, it's a good fight, or you die and it's a bad fight. That's,
Like if that was an actual run, like where I'm going for record, that would have been terrible. I think I'm gonna sit at the beach gazer just for safety. I don't know if I need to.
I'm not even sure if that would say. I'm not sure that would lose a lot of time on my splits. I mean, it would, but
Yeah, you do kind of go out of the way. You go way more to the right. By the way,
No,
guys, this is
I mean on the
definitely
fine.
how submarines work.
yes.
This is 100% how submarines work. You know,
You
you gotta
take the
park the
submarine-
submarine and you gotta park it at the beach. So you do, hang on. Wait for it. You do this. You gotta park your submarine on the beach. How? How does that happen? You didn't know it was a rocket-powered submarine?
It's supposed to look like a shark as well, if it's a real submarine.
It does have a shark face.
Yeah, it looks like a shark. You never
Oh.
noticed that?
I never really looked at it. So, fun fact, Sophia's no longer at the hotel, but she is. Lore-wise, she's basically been talking to us through Gemini. I think that's right. Don't quote me on it.
Dude, I don't know. You're the one who told me that.
I'm pretty. I know that. Well, you know her real body is not at the hotel.
Yeah, but
Like, at the end of the game.
I don't know about this Gemini thing. You're the one who told me that. Like, I don't know. They don't tell you that on the game. Here, he's basically he's talking, just like memories of the past, and but when you talk to them, they give you a lot of ergo, which is really good for like leveling up
It's
a little
actually
bit
an
more.
absurd amount of Virgo. It's a lot. Well, I always
It's
like
like
to think of it. We're
10,000.
talking to ghosts and they're giving us money on the beach. Nice.
Yeah, it's 10. It's two chunks of like the big ones are two of 5,000, which is a lot.
Hmm.
This is the
So
final stretch of the run. The
yes, there are spoilers 3 bosses left, but they are pretty spread out. I think we got like 25 to 30 minutes left, maybe, depending on how well everything goes.
yeah,
I'm
like
not
20,
sitting at the
like
beach
20, yeah,
gazer.
and 25,
This
yeah.
next boss is he's ruined more runs than bros have, I feel, for me. Very depressing. He's just like bros, how you described it. So this is gonna be Door Guardian coming up. Basically, it's gonna go really well and look really cool, or it's gonna go really bad and I'm gonna die. Or I'm gonna die to the dog running there. I don't
Yeah,
have
this
any
dog's
heals. I
This
basically
no,
one touch on
it
this
doesn't
anyway.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because if it hits you, you're dead.
Yeah, he does a really bad status ailment when he hits us, and it allows our
But
stamina
basically, this
not to
boss,
fill
the
up.
gimmicky, is a gimmicky boss. You gotta do 1200 damage to his unarmored leg in order to get a repulse, and then you do a lot of damage. And we gotta do that twice.
That was awesome.
Ooh.
How did I miss that first parry? What?
You were too close to him when you did the running R2. Yeah. What
Nuts.
happened?
It's okay. That's why he's a run runner. It's honestly one of those, he has like 5 opening attacks and like only 2 of them are good. So the odds of you getting a bad one are likely. But yeah, we're gonna have to load a save for this, but thankfully I tested all of these out. I just have to go to file number. And I will lose my outfit because I do all of my save splits in the donkey outfit. So we're now a donkey. Ta-da!
Which is actually,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's good. You're showing in your costume. You know?
Like looking in a mirror.
Nice
Yeah.
save without having the shit equipped. But
That was a bad opener. I could have parried into a light, but I'm like, whatever. Okay, let's just do all the bad attacks.
oh my
Okay, he's down. So you just have to like knock him down twice. Because he doesn't really take much damage other than his head, and the riposte is right into his head. As you can see, like I poked him in the leg, it did like nothing.
God. Basically, we want to do 1200 damage
I'm
twice
like, that's
to
a
his
really...
leg.
Whoa! Okay,
Oh my
he's
God.
doing weird things. It's fine, I think. Okay, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're
We're
good, we're good.
fine. Oh my goodness, what is this RNG? We got him. Okay. Yeah. So basically
God,
just 2 riposts.
Yeah, you give me a heart attack, bro.
Ah! The only reason I did this run was to give you anxiety. All right. So now we're going to make sure we're full or close to. Then we're going to stop here. So now, ooh, glaive tricks. The first one's really cool.
Yeah.
The second one's really hard. I have to, so I keep the puppet string arm on the whole game. So I have to upgrade to 14 capacity to wear the glaive only and still light run.
Yeah, so here what he did was because what happens, you kill Door Guardian and he gives you this key. You gotta use it like 2 more times to open the path for you. But because we have the glaive, we just use the triple spin attack and we just skip the first time we use the key, which is like, it was honestly very messy. This is like very, very, very convenient.
It's
You can do
really,
that
yeah.
with the glaive.
You go the other way, run past enemy that looks kind of like that scorpion. It does a lot of damage while getting shot by a turret, and you have to use an item to raise the bridge. And
Then
usually
hope the enemy
after
lets
it does a
you
little
use the
cutscene
pocket
of the
one.
bridge opening, and then the enemy is right behind you, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Whereas this, we just spin past it. We don't even have to raise the bridge. We go. So I have a save here. This is an infamous. This is probably the hardest thing in the late game. A A lot of people do
Another
different strats.
glaive skip where you skip quite a decent chunk.
Ah!
Ooh.
I was
Okay,
close.
okay.
Didn't
You're
go
fine,
left
you're fine.
enough. It's okay. I got the quit out, so I don't even have to use the save.
You can't blame me. I don't know why I found this search just makes me so bad.
It's
You
faster.
can also you can also do the triple spin here.
Yeah, the triple spin's a little
yeah.
slower, and I haven't been practicing that because I'm like, if this is faster, I'll just do this.
Oh no, oh.
Yeah!
No,
It didn't do the light. Darn it. That's okay. We'll
It's
be
all good.
smooth sailing once we get this. And I also made a save right there because I kind of assumed that was going to happen. But yes, this
Yeah, this is a run killer. This skip is a run killer as well, and it's really sad because
so
on this
far.
run you're basically like, okay, I don't have a run until I get past BRB2, right? Because that fight kills so many runs, but now we still have to not die to the skips, which is
Oh yeah, I would say this game is the speed run of this is brutal. The start is actually really intensive, and then the end is really scary.
you're gonna get
Why
it.
am I not getting my running light? I'd spin it. Yeah, this one's a hard one. Essentially trying to make a gap, and it saves like 15 to 20 seconds. It's crazy. I mean, now it doesn't.
He says less than missing all this time. That's
No, I was there. Why did I bounce off? Take my head, right? Well, the normal way is you go right and then you go all the way down. There's a giant scorpion down there, and then you climb a really long ladder just to get to that ladder right there.
just do it from there. Don't even take more. Oh,
I like to back it up and then stop. There we go.
got it,
Hey, fifth time. Yay, fourth time, whatever. Okay. So now that we finally got that out of the way.
first try, dude. What
First
are
try,
you
yeah.
saying?
I don't know what you guys are
First
talking
try where you're actually trying, you know, like
Yeah. I was trying to do that one-handed, guys. You can't see, but I was, so it's fine. So this is like this running part is
kind of light too, because it's not really smooth sailing. At least
no,
I
I'm
don't think so.
just saying that to get my confidence up. No, we're kind of
Yeah.
at the point in the game where, like I had mentioned earlier, we don't really wear armor at all. It's heavy, and we're at like the last stretch, so everything hurts really bad. Don't get hit by these. So like the first
That's
spin
a
jump
one-hit
skipped a
kill.
switch that was like this. Gonna
Yeah.
raise a bridge.
That trap on the wall was actually a one-hit kill without the armors, and I actually lost a run like that once because I
For
forgot.
real?
I forgot. I just kept running and then just dying.
Oh, that's funny. That's actually really funny. You should have clipped it. Okay. So we run past a lot of these enemies we saw earlier. They have two things. They can either try and headbutt me, or they can like explode decay. And because we're not wearing any armor right now, because we want to be light and we're carrying the glaive,
instantly decays you.
instant
Yeah.
decay. So it just slows you down because you have to heal, because we're going to take a lot of fall damage in a couple seconds, and gotta heal, gotta survive. But, you know, failed the running light a ton, so obviously we're going to get good RNG here and not get hurt.
Yeah, this is another place where you just fall and save a lot of time compared to doing the intended route.
Yeah, I mean, gravity is really it. So I'm just going to put the armor back on just because why not? My Fable's looking good for Laxasia. So we're going to make a cheeky little jump here. There's an even harder way to do that that saves, what, 1 second? And it's really hard.
Really hard, yeah.
I did it in a run once when we were first learning it.
I remember, like, dude, don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it! You can't stop me! And then I nailed it. I was like, yes. Then the next time I got to run that far, I did not nail it. And I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was like, how do I make this easier? And I'm like, if I just do the shorter jump.
I remember being in your chat, like, don't do it, dude. You have a good run going. Don't do it. I'm gonna do it, Rutter.
I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. Okay, so honestly, health and heals and Fable look great. So basically, if we do the triple spin on that running light I failed a bunch of times, we would actually have to sit at this gazer, or we would not have enough Fable to kill Axasia, the next boss. But because we do the running light, which doesn't cost any Fable, we actually have enough. So we can skip that if we're good on heals, which we are. I mean, I just skip it always, but you know, marathon.
The prison section where you can
Casually a nightmare.
Yeah.
I lost so many times.
Also, I casually kind of want to kill everything, and there's so many enemies here.
There's a lot. And they like
Gotta hit
all,
the
half of them
switch.
like decay.
Yeah.
Technically could save 2 seconds by trying to get that guy to aggro, but gonna do the hopefully he doesn't see me strat, so I don't have to dodge him.
Yeah,
Sometimes
for
he'll
some reason,
follow me.
he's always coming down the stairs, and for some reason, sometimes he just ignores you. I don't really know.
Honestly,
why, to be honest.
most of the time he ignores me. Like, it's really rare that he follows me. There was one time where I'm like, oh, he finally followed me. And then I hit the switch, and he wasn't there. I was like, huh? Were you not chasing me, bro?
Yeah, it's because sometimes he starts following you, but the other enemy that's like close by, he just switches the aggro to that enemy. You know, like.
Very frustrating. These guys I love because they always open with, I'm going to buff all my enemies. I'm like, that gives me enough time to just ignore all of them. He always does an AoE buff that does no damage to us.
So here again, it's not gonna take the intended path. It's just gonna fall, take a lot of damage. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, there's like a ladder you can take, or you can run on these beams. Gravity. Hey, this is the end goal. I need to go here. It's just a little fall damage. You can actually run past that guy without rolling, but he 2-touches. Oh, no. I will roll. He does a lot of damage. All right. And I like to call these the we made it ladders because you make it to this ladder, you made it to Laxasia. But you can't really sprint them up the ladder very fast.
Yeah, I'm going to the. It's funny because casually, I think that's at least a top 2, top 3 hardest boss on the game.
Honestly,
If
just
not the
because of phase
hardest.
2. Just because of phase 2.
Yes. She's extremely hard, but in my opinion, she's a top 3 easiest boss on the run. It's just
In the
just
speed
so-
run, easy. Yeah.
Yeah, just because of the way we fight her, we just at this point we have so much.
We have a lot of
dexterity.
damage.
Yeah, so you have so much damage.
Like, even if we were doing this casually, our build is kind of good. Like, I mean, it's really good.
Yeah. Basically, you need to adapt to phase 1, but it's not really hard because we pretty much cancel all of her combos by breaking her poise. And the second phase is scripted, which is by far the hardest if you actually have to fight her.
The second phase of Laxasia is
It's
diabolical.
Nuts. It's crazy, actually.
She has
That's a
insanely
good
fast
way to put it.
attacks. It's just so fast. But she's the lightning boss. She has
Diabolical.
fast attacks, really? Yeah, they're really fast. Okay, so we're going to... She has 2 openings. She gave me 1. Just a simple punish. She is one of those bosses, though. We are just kind of fighting her. Just
Again,
optimal,
just
and our
abusing-
damage is ridiculous.
Abusing the Fable parries because they're
And
So
just like that,
strong.
phase 1. So a lot of people don't even know that this is a thing, but you can parry her lightning back at her.
which is super cool actually.
4, 5, 6. I thought I missed that. Well, then she's always scripted from here. So sometimes she'll jump up, and we have to like throw a shot put at her, but she didn't. And just like that.
Nice. That was so good. Perfect.
Oh. Honestly, as someone learning the game, when I was learning it, the first time I parried all the lightning and did the thing, I was like, oh, that felt cool. That was cool.
Yeah, and actually parrying her dive is pretty difficult. The reason it's so easy on this, that's something I actually forgot to say, but the
Oh,
reason why
yeah.
it's so much easier on this, with the glaive is because the glaive parry is kind of like a dodge as well. Like you move a little bit, so but on that little dodge, all of those frames are
Yeah, it has
considered your
more
parry.
active parry frames. Yeah, so you can. It's
Yes.
easier to
So
parry with the glaive than it is to perfect block.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
Much easier, I would say. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
no, when on the wrench run, you do the same thing, but you perfect block the slam. And then you immediately go for the big slam. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we got any donations to the incentive, but we are prepped to do all ergo bosses. So if we were doing any percent glitchless, I would have let her live, which you think would be the good option, but it's actually the bad option because we're trying to like give her peace is the other option.
And when you let her live, it's like literally 2 seconds later,
Yeah, it
Gem is
lets
like,
you run away.
"Oh, buddy,
Gemini's like,
she's dead." By the way, it's
yeah,
just
you walk out the
like,
room and he's like, oh, I think we lost her, pal. I'm like, what? She's right over there. Oh, it's
which is
ridiculous.
a very convenient that you talk to her 10 seconds before she dies.
See, the thing that also makes me laugh is like the option was let her live. It's like, I'm not a murderer, Gemini. Come on. How could you say that? But if we're going for all ergo bosses, in order to unlock, that's the word. Unlock the option to refuse to give dad our heart at the end and fight the final boss. We have to do a
The thing
couple of
is,
things.
this game has a mechanic where every time you take certain actions like lying or doing certain quests or not, you get more humanity or not, which is actually even ooh, there's a
I
little
did
jump
the
you do
heal.
there.
I did the heal boost off
The
of there.
heal, yeah.
That's
But
fine. That's
luckily,
nothing.
this is one of the skips where if you miss, you can still
You
continue
don't
the
fall
run.
to
You
your
just lose like
death. You just fall to the place
it-
you just
it's
were.
just
Okay.
like 10 seconds.
Yeah. But there is, yeah, you're like slowly becoming human is kind of, the
Yeah,
story.
and it affects your ending. And if you want to fight Nameless Puppet, you gotta have enough humanity to refuse giving your heart to Geppetto at the end. But since we're just like
Skipping
zooming
most of
through
the
the game,
options.
we do not have only at the end we have a chance to increase our humanity, which is conveniently right on the route. So we just gotta choose the
Hmm.
right option. Yeah, and only one
Right.
of them is a little bit slower, which does
Right.
affect
It's
it.
negligible time loss.
Yeah.
Oh, here's dad. We saved him.
Yeah, you gotta lie and say he was a good
You were
dad.
a great
Yeah,
dad. Was
you're
I a
amazing.
trustworthy dad? I'm like, yeah, you told me to go
Yes,
places and I went
yeah.
there. It was a fun time.
Such a good dad that the game starts with you saving him from Donkey, and as soon as you kill Donkey, he's like, "Oh, so you can have his clothes on. I'm just here. The guy you just killed, just you wear his clothes."
Uh,
Insane.
so here, because we skipped the earlier gazer, I actually have to stop, get my fable for the final boss,
And then
then
level up.
sit again and do a little leveling. We
And this
end
is the
up with
last time we
48
sit.
decks. Yep. Well, if we go for nameless, there we will
Oh
sit before.
yeah.
I didn't get to do the ring around the rosy strat. It's like one of my favorite things. So dumb. That first enemy does an unblockable, and we just do like a circle around her, and it just completely whiffs into the wall. It's just fun to look at, my opinion. Like whoop. But also casually, that last gazer was the part where I was like, really? There's more? Like this last tower, Arch Abbey, takes forever. There's only like 2 bosses.
Yeah, I
Unique
would
mini
say
boss.
for as amazing as this game is, when you get to this last part, I feel like it's just too long for. It could
This
have
last
definitely
little
been a little bit
running
shorter.
segment could have been avoided, I feel.
Like getting, or maybe getting to Lakshasa should be shorter. Like.
Could be, yeah. Okay, so we got all nice attacks from the... I like to call them Nigel Thornberries. They look like safari guys with rapiers.
I don't know if you noticed when you're grabbing this acid abrasive, as soon as you grab it, if you get shot,
If you
it
get shot,
cancels
it
your
insta-cancels.
Yeah.
I have been trying to do that, but I like always forget. And it doesn't always work. But yeah, it's really cool. Okay. Final boss, unless we're doing nameless. Do we have a check on that incentive? I don't know if anyone's like there.
What? Just to this
is-
fight is gonna take.
The incentive did not meet, by the way. Sorry, I just only
Oh,
had that
okay.
now.
Gotcha. Okay,
okay.
no worries.
Is it time to deactivate now? Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet. I will do that then.
No worries.
Sorry, guys, I'm extremely tired, so and
Oh,
I
you
just
are all
needed to use the
good. I
toilet.
understand. Okay, solid phase 1 of Manus. Casually, this second phase
another
is
boss that the only thing that's scripted on this boss is the second half of the second phase after he transitions. Everything else you just gotta learn how to fight it. There's no other way.
We're just
The
basically
only thing you
trying
gotta
to
be
weaken him.
really careful is not transitioning him too early,
Yeah, too early.
or you won't have enough damage to do the fast kill. You're gonna lose a lot of time.
Okay, so we're gonna put acid. Since I'm gonna throw the grenade at him. We're gonna do this. So now a big hand is gonna try and smush us. But if I did enough damage, it will not smush me, and we will defeat him. There we go.
Amazing.
That was a solid Manus, to be honest.
Yeah, he was. It was pretty good.
Okay, so we are just going to tell him we liberated her from the Abbey. Blah blah blah. Since we're not gonna do nameless, we can actually take our. Yeah, I'll just they didn't.
Yeah,
need
be
incentive,
careful,
I'll be
but-
honest.
Well, be careful not to choose the wrong option because
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is
It will be there then. Then we might just have to. Oops, I accidentally selected the wrong one. Nah, I'll honor. I made it an incentive. We didn't hit it, so I won't show it. But this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is actually the first time I've ever performed at a marathon.
oh yeah, it's your first time doing an event, right? Good shit.
Yeah. So yeah,
What
normally
are-
I was like, okay, we'll go fight
What are
Davis.
you
No.
doing?
So we go talk to Dad. Time will be when I call it. If I hit refuse, we'll fight the next boss. But we didn't unlock it, so we just give him our heart, and we do the
All
bad
right,
ending.
GG, swing.
Time.
And this is time. Yeah.
Hey. There we go. Honestly, less deaths than I thought for the first one ever. Oh. But there you go. Liza P. Any percent glitchless. I do recommend checking out if you do want to see glitches. Blanks has a very clean 80% run. It's crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Vanilla,
nobody
no
has
glaive
really
in
touched
existence.
that in months because that was really clean. It, like the boss fights were all really good. It was just skips and like running sections that.
Yeah, I died in the swamp to that part I've never died before. But I mean, I feel like that's just a marathon.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, by the way, here's the bad ending. Me and Dad are happy. I'm in a new body, but he kind of told me to kill everyone at the hotel. But yeah, that's the end of the game.
Yeah, you kill everyone in the hotel and then replace everybody with puppets that looks like them. It's pretty
Yeah.
creepy, actually. It's
Yeah, so after the credits, or if you skip it, it'll give you the option to either go into New Game Plus or not. If you go not, and you go back to the hotel, all the NPCs are puppets instead of people. It's really creepy.
yeah.
But yeah, that was the run. What was the RTA on that?
Final time on our end 1:41:06.
Okay, not too bad. I'll take that for a couple major time losses.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much for the run. So everybody, this is the end of day one, actually, and it's Not even 11 o'clock yet, which means I'm going to bed in a
Nice.
minute. Basically, as soon as I've done my little blurb and basically said good night to everybody, I'm going straight to bed.
Awesome. Well, I
So,
appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you taking part. There we go. We wouldn't have InstaSpeedathon without our amazing runners taking part and the amazing viewers to watch as well. So thank you to everybody who's been here. So thank you both for the run and the commentary. So we are now going to turn off the stream for about 10 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that, as we basically go to the overnight section, which means there's going to be no stream. The stream is going to be turned off. And tomorrow morning we start at 9:30 in the morning. That's in British time, so translate to local time zones as you wish. If you go to the Oenga's page, that translates it automatically to whatever your local time zone is as well. So I'm looking at it from British time, which means we start at 9:30. The stream itself will start a little bit before then, so that we've actually got time to do some sound checks and obviously a little bit of introductions and stuff like that. But we have Vertigo with Metroid Prime 100% PAL, which is
cool.
going to be the first run tomorrow. And then to close off the marathon, so we've only got 2 runs tomorrow actually. So to close off the marathon, we then got the Sims 3 Max Job with expansions restricted, which is at around 11:45 in the morning. So that will be tomorrow to close off the marathon, to close off Mini InstaSpeedathon 2024. So there is an incentive for the Metroid Prime 100% PAL run though that is still available. It is the poll to choose a language. English is winning at the moment at £10. German is second place at £3, and all the rest French, Spanish, and Italian have £0 each. So if you'd like to change which language or choose a different language or boost one of the languages that is currently winning that poll, then you can do so. If you'd like to boost English, which is currently winning, or if you want to put the money towards another language to make the language of the game completely different tomorrow, then you have every right to do so. And of course, the money goes to a fantastic cause. It goes to everyone can, subject to the terms and conditions on the donation page, whereby we retain 10% of donations just to cover our running costs and obviously any like PayPal fees and all the like stuff like that as well. But the total you see on stream and the total on the website, that's the eventual total we will be giving to everyone can. So our total currently stands at £40.70, which is absolutely incredible. That does not currently include Twitch revenue, which we will be calculating at the end of the marathon, and then also be donating that to everyone can at the end as well. So, yeah, so that's going to be it for today. But before we go, do either or both of you have anything else you'd like to say before we finish?
Thanks for having us, really, Mr. Instant. Well, that's it, really, for me. Hope you guys had fun watching it.
Yeah, thank you for joining me, Tritor. I really appreciate you hopping on the comms.
Yeah, it's all good.
Kind of my
sir.
good bud and rival runner. We kind of
Yeah,
both
we've
have
been
records right
exchanging
now.
records. Yeah, we've been exchanging records for a while now on the game.
Yeah, in terms of
a lot
the
of fun.
future, what's going to be cool is the Souls Charity Marathon coming up in a couple of weeks. We will be doing a race against each other during that. That'll be cool. And on a cool note, I got accepted to AGDQ in January, so I'll be doing the run there as well. Yeah, super excited. So hope to see you all there. And
all right, GG. You guys have a great night.
Well, thank you very much for taking part, and we'll see you again soon.
Yes, take care. Bye.